With conditions in South Asia, particularly here in Pakistan, do you really think you missed a mystery or special spinner in these T20 matches in these conditions?
Yeah, they certainly make a difference. But we don't have that back home. This is our best sort of group of players, and I certainly think like Wellington has bowled really well in these two games. Raz's bowled extremely well. Creams was obviously just coming back after a big sort of absence, so it was natural for him to take time to find his feet. But I think we bowled well with the ball in terms of the spin. But certainly it does make a difference.
Hi, I'm Abdul here. There is something about the captaincy role of Sikandar Raza, what sort of relationship he has with the players and what sort of motivation he gives to the players.
No, he's been brilliant. I think he's somebody that they can really look up to. He sets a standard, and he leads from the front in terms of that. And then he's nurturing when it's needed. With a young group of players and hard on them when it's needed. So he's been brilliant in that role.
In comparing both the bowling and batting department, where do you think Zimbabwe lagged till now in the series?
Yeah, I certainly think with the bat we just, as we sort of gain momentum, we sort of lose wickets and can't really kick on. I think. In the first game against Sri Lanka, we probably actually could have got closer to sort of 180 and then just lost key wickets at the wrong time. So we just haven't really been able to kick on, at key moments. With the ball, I think, to be honest, I've been happy with the way the guys have gone about it up until today. Like I say, today we just missed. You had to keep the stumps in play here, and we were unable to do that.
Just a thing that's not in your hand anymore, but still eyeing Zimbabwe into the finals?
Yeah, let's hope Pakistan do us a favour now. Obviously, we wanted to keep it in our hands. We wanted to come here and get the victory today, and we're disappointed that we didn't do that. But certainly, we're holding thumbs now that Pakistan can do us a favour.
And obviously, the last few words for the importance of this tri-nation series in regards to the preparation for T20 World Cup 26.
Massive. Huge, and I think we're fortunate because we weren't initially in it, so it really is a bonus for us. We've played a lot of cricket over the last year, but it's all, in terms of the white ball space, has been in Harare, and it's very different to here. So it's a great experience. A lot of our guys haven't been to the subcontinent before. We've got a lot of young players, so it's huge learning, and we need to be patient with them as well. Obviously, some of them have struggled, but it's the first time. You can't expect everyone to come here and hit the ground running. So it's massive learning for us to take forward. We're very fortunate to be here.
This is Mahisha from the news. What do you think were the major differences between the performance you have put in earlier and yours today's performance? I think there was something, when it comes to body language of the players, there was something they were lacking somewhere.
Sorry, can you repeat? I didn't quite catch.
Yeah. What I want to ask you is what was the major difference between the performance you have put on earlier and today's performance? Now you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sure.
And the second thing is, do you think the body language of players were the same which was there a few days back against Sri Lanka, or there was some difference in between them?
Yeah, so again, like I say, in the first game against Sri Lanka, we managed to get to 160, and I think probably 160 would have been, roughly par here today. I thought it was par in that first game, and like I said, we just lost key wickets at the wrong time, and then they bowled really well at the death. Didn't really give us anything to get after. So they were really good there. You've got to give them credit as well. Ideally, we would have liked a few more extra runs at the back end there. And then with the ball, the difference is we struck up front in the first game against Sri Lanka. We put them under pressure early, and today we didn't do that. We gave them a lot of soft boundary balls in the power play, and it allowed them to get off to a fly, and it took the pressure off them. And they could just sort of milk it around in the middle overs against our spin. So the big difference ultimately is the way we bowled in the power play, really. To the second part of your question, body language. Yeah, I think the guys were giving their all out there, you know, and they knew they were behind the game after that power play, and I think you could see they still tried. We're still trying to give their all. At the end, obviously, you know, the game's sort of gone, and naturally, sort of body language drops a little bit. But I think they were still giving their all. So yeah, I'm not displeased with that.
On a day, Zimbabwe is brilliant, like you beat Sri Lanka on that day with one-sided match. But the thing is, where do you lack the consistency? This performance cannot be consistent. Any compliments on that?
I think it's natural when you've got a lot of young players in your team. You know, we've got 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds, 23. And guys haven't played as much cricket coming through up until their international sort of space. So for me, it comes down to experience. And you can almost, we don't want it to happen, but you can understand why it does. And I think the more they play in conditions like this, against top opposition like this, you know, the more they'll understand the game, how to go about their business, and consistency will hopefully come with that. But I'd put it down to that, you know. Yeah.